First male independent India. The first male of independent India. Who was the first president? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Who was the first prime minister? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Who was the first and last Indian Governor General? Sri Rajagopalachari. The first Indian who went in space? Rakesh Sharma. Who was the first commander-in-chief? Kondandera Madappa Kariyappa. Who was the first president who died while in office? Zakir Hussain. Who was the first prime minister who did not face the parliament? Charan Singh. Who was the first field marshal of India? SHF Jamshedji Manekshaw. Who was the first Indian who crossed the English Channel? Mihir Sen. Who did receive the first Janpith Award? G. Sankara Group. Who was the first Speaker of Lok Sabha? Ganesh Vasudev Mavlankar. Who was the first Air Chief Marshal? Subrato Mukherjee. Who was the first Abul Kalam Azad? Who was the first Education Minister? Abdul Kalam Azad. Who was the first Home Minister? First Deputy Prime Minister? Vallabhbhai Jawahar Bhai Patel. Who was the first Vice President? Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Who was the first Naval Chief? Vice Admiral Ram Das Katari. Who was the first Indian President of the International Court of Justice, Hague? Dr. Nagendra Singh. Who did first receive Paramveer Chakra? Major Somnath Sharma. Who did first receive Ramon Magsaysay Award? Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Who was the first Indian who received Nobel Prize in Medicine? Hargobind Khurana. Who the first Indian who received Stalin now Lenin Peace Prize? Saifuddin Kitchelv. Who was the first Chief Justice of Supreme Court? Justice Hira Lal J. Kania. The first person Indian who received Nobel Prize in Economics? Amrit Sen. Who was the first person resigned from the Central Cabinet? Syama Prasad Mukherjee. Who was the first Chief Justice of Supreme Court? Acted as the President of India, acting President? Justice Hidayatullah. Who was the first Finance Minister? Shanmukham Chetty. Who was the first Prime Minister resigned without completing his tenure? Morarji Desai. Who was the first Defence Minister? Baldev Singh. Who was the first Law Minister? Bhim Rao Ramji Ambedkar. Who was the first Chief Minister? Died during his tenure? C.N. Andurai.